Hot weather can make children cranky, and even the most patient parents feel a bit frazzled. I'm Marie from This Child Can, and I'm going to share simple, practical ways to help everyone stay cool, calm and safe when the temperature rises. Welcome back, everyone. If you're watching this during a heatwave, there's a good chance your house feels warmer than you would like. The children are getting a little grumpy, and everyone's routines have gone slightly out of the window. Hot weather can be challenging for all families, but it can be especially difficult for children who have sensory needs, anxiety, communication differences, medical needs, or who simply find changes to routine hard to manage. The good news is that you don't need complicated plans or expensive equipment to help. So in this video, I'm going to share some practical, realistic ideas to help children stay cool, calm and safe, while hopefully making life a little easier for you. Let's get started. We'll begin with the most important thing, helping children drink enough. Some children don't always notice when they're thirsty, and others may avoid drinking because they don't like the taste, the texture, the interruption to what they're doing, or the thought of needing the toilet. So instead of repeatedly reminding them to drink, it can help to make hydration more visible and engaging. A simple drink chart can work well. Across the day, your child can add a sticker, a tick, or drawing each time they finish a drink. You can decide together how many drinks are needed, depending on the weather, the activity level, and your child's needs. For some children, smaller drinks more often feel more manageable than one large one. You might also experiment with favourite cups, straws, fun ice cubes, or water-rich foods like melon, cucumber, and oranges. Smoothies and homemade ice lollies can also be a great option, and making them can be a fun activity in itself. Some children may enjoy adding a couple of drops of natural food colouring to water or ice cubes to make them more appealing. In some cases, it helps to build drinking into the routine before outdoor play. Not as a punishment, but as a safety rule, just like putting on shoes before going outside. So you could say, let's all have a drink, then we can go on the trampoline. Some children enjoy taking on responsibility, so you might even make them the family hydration helper. They can remind others to drink, add stickers to a shared chart, or create a poster about staying cool, which also encourages them to do it too. Another idea that's not only useful but will keep your children busy for a while is to create a heatwave helper kit. You might call it a cool kit, a stay cool box, or a hot weather helper box, whatever feels calm and reassuring rather than alarming. Involving your child in making it can make a big difference. They might decorate the box, choose some of the items, or take responsibility for checking it before going outside. Inside you could include things like a water bottle, a favourite cup or straw, reusable ice cubes, a cooling towel, a small spray bottle, sunglasses, a sun hat or alternative, your preferred sunscreen, a UV top, a quiet toy, snacks, lolly moulds, stickers, a drink chart, and a simple too hot card for children who may find it harder to communicate this need. But the most important thing is that your kit works for your child. Scent-friendly planning means starting with what your child can actually manage and choosing items for your box that reflect that. If they won't tolerate a hat, for instance, you could include a parasol instead. If, like many children, they don't like sunscreen, you might pack a few different options like lighter lotions, roll-ons, sticks, sprays, or even UV clothing, so you have something that works for them. For some children, it's not the idea of sun protection that's difficult, but the sensory experience of applying it. Similarly, if your child dislikes plain water, think about what you could include in the box to help them stay hydrated. Perhaps ice packs, diluted juice, fruit, smoothies, or homemade ice lollies. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just about making hot weather a bit easier and safer. Hot weather often disrupts routines. Outdoor play might be shortened and plans may change or be cancelled altogether. Children may need more rest, more quiet time, or even more screen time than usual. For children who rely on routine, this can feel unsettling. A simple visual timetable or now and next board can be especially helpful for children who find change or uncertainty difficult, including those with autism, ADHD, anxiety or communication differences. I have an example of each one here, and as you can see, these pictures or simple words to show what's happening now and what's coming next help children understand what to expect and support smoother transitions. You might map out the day in a simple sequence: breakfast, cool play, drinks, outside time, a shade break, lunch, quiet indoor time, an ice lolly and perhaps water play later on. What matters most is that children can see what is happening now, next and later. When plans change because of the heat, the visual plan helps show that the fun has not disappeared, it has simply moved to a cooler or safer time. If your child has tutoring, homework, or any activity that requires concentration, it can help to schedule these earlier in the day. Shorter, calmer sessions in the morning are often far more manageable than trying to push through when everyone is hot and tired. Whenever children are outside, it helps to clearly show them where they can go to cool down. This might be a pop-up tent, a gazebo, a parasol, a shaded blanket, or a quiet corner of the garden away from the noise and the sun. The key is to make it clear that this space is always available. Children should feel able to move in and out of it whenever they need to. The shade area is not punishment, a timeout, or a sign that playtime is over. It's simply part of the plan for staying safe in hot weather. You might explain it as a natural rhythm, playing outside, cooling down in the shade, maybe with a drink, and then returning to play when it's safe to do so. This flexibility matters as some children avoid taking breaks because they worry they'll miss out or not be allowed back. If so, you can reassure them by saying you can cool down and then come back, or you can go to the shade whenever your body feels too hot. For children who use fewer words, a simple card or picture that means "too hot, I need shade" can be very helpful. This might show a tree or a parasol, for instance, and they can draw it themselves if they want. Over time, this helps children learn to recognise their body signals and respond before they become overwhelmed. On very hot days, lowering expectations is not lazy parenting, it's responsible parenting. Cooling activities can help children stay regulated without requiring a big outing or lots of energy. You might try water painting outside, freezing small toys in a container of water and then letting your child chip or melt the ice to get them out, using a bowl of cool water for feet to splash in, or playing with a spray bottle filled with icy water. A paddling pool with close supervision is an obvious favourite for many families, and if possible, a trip to the local pool can offer relief. And if home becomes too hot, spending time somewhere with air conditioning, like a library, supermarket, shopping centre or a cinema, can make a big difference to comfort levels. If it's not too hot outside, spending time in green places like parks can help too, as they are often cooler than built-up towns and cities and offer natural shade. Quiet indoor activities are just as valid. Audiobooks, drawing, Lego, documentaries, puzzles, simple games, tablet time, or a film can all have a place during the hottest part of the day. So if you're feeling guilty that you haven't done very much, please remember that a hot day does not need to be a high-achieving day. Taking the pressure off, slowing things down, and simply getting through any irritability or discomfort is completely valid. Some children, especially those with additional needs or disabilities, show they are too hot or overwhelmed through their behaviour before they can explain it. They might become tearful, angry, restless, sleepy, withdrawn, or more impulsive than usual. Before assuming it is bad behaviour, it can help to pause and check the basics. Are they too hot, thirsty, tired? Is the room too bright or too noisy? Is their clothing uncomfortable? Is the sunscreen bothering them? Has a change of plan overwhelmed them? On hot days, behaviour often reflects an unmet need, so it can help to reduce demands, cool the body, offer a drink and create a quieter space. So when everyone's had enough of the heat, it can really help to designate one room or area as your family's cool and quiet zone. Children can even help give it a fun name, like the chill room, quiet corner, or ice den. If you can, choose a space that naturally stays a little cooler during the day and can also be kept low stimulation. Closing curtains or blinds on the sunny side, keeping the lighting low and using a fan, dehumidifier or portable air conditioner safely all help reduce heat. You might also think about reducing noise, turning down background sounds, limiting busy toys or offering headphones, keeping drinks nearby and offering quiet, low-demand activities like books, comfort items, drawing, gentle music or audiobooks can all support regulation. We've covered quite a few ideas in this video, and I hope you found something that helps. And remember, hot days are not the time to put pressure on yourself. A day where everyone stays hydrated, stays safe, and gets through it as happily as possible is a win. So if you've got sunny weather where you are, enjoy it. Take things gently, and do remember to keep an eye out for the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. If a child seems unusually unwell, confused, very drowsy, has rapid breathing, is not cooling down, or something simply doesn't feel right, trust your instincts and get medical advice. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to This Child Can for more practical tips to support children's learning and well-being. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your favourite way to help children cope when the weather gets really hot?